Okay, this is a stupid little video, but I don't know about you. Sometimes you have things that are broken, and they're broken for like years. This window, till just recently, if you unlatched it, the top would just fall straight down, and it wouldn't stay up. And so the only way to open it was to basically drop the top all the way down. That was the only way, which is stupid considering how much these dumb windows cost. I guess it's not surprising it's taking me years to fix it, because I noticed in front of it, for some reason, there's 4 dead wireless mice. These things just accumulate. So, one, I'm going to throw these all away. And 2, I'm going to fix this goddamn window. Alright, you're probably familiar with these windows. These are Pellas, but, you know, most of the windows are the same. They've got a little latch, which allows you to rotate this out. And then take that out, and the top has some slidey things, and that'll come out. So the window is supported by bungees or strings that are spring loaded behind here. And this might solve a problem that many of you came for, is why you can't get your window back in, or how do you get your window back in. These cams right here that the part on the window fits in, these need to be, if you're putting the window back, they need to be pointed up, but like this is how they should be when you get the window out. Sometimes they get turned though, and sometimes this thing springs up and you're not able to put the window in. You gotta just make sure it's turned so that it's at 90 degrees instead of 180 or 0, and that will let you pull this down and then lock it in place by turning it to that up and down position so that it's able to receive that. Can you see that? Receive that piece of hardware on the window. Now you got to do this on both sides and make sure they're at roughly the same level. So I'm going to bring this one down here. Now you should be able to drop your window in there, and when you flip it up, it'll turn this back, and that will allow this to unlock and hold the window up. So the problem that I had was not this part, or that this was broken, was that this strip in which this bungee is attached had come undone at the top. So I reaffixed it at the top, and this doesn't work because this is too big up here, and it ends up hitting this notch right here. So I'm going to fix that by putting a trim head screw in here that is smaller so that it doesn't hit that tab. I went to the hardware store and I got these trim head screws. They've got a real small head on them. It's not quite small enough to fit between the track, but I think when I screw it down, it'll pull itself in there and be out of the way. Let's give it a try. Alright, if you're going to work on the top end, you need to release the tension on this, otherwise it's going to just spring that up from the top. Alright, so now that's loose. I can take this screw out and try putting the other screw in. So there's a top here, and there was a nail in there, and it actually, I don't think, for whatever reason, I don't think there's something behind there. So I drilled another hole right beneath it. Don't want to go down too far. I don't know where that bungee is in there, but you certainly don't want to drill through that. So I'm going to try running my trim head screw in through this second hole that I drilled. Alright, before you put your window in, you got to pull these down a little bit, because you got to be able to clear this track with the other the part of the window. So you got to turn it so it's you know, in the, you got to turn it that way to make it move up and down. It'll lock it in place. Now when you do this, you got to have these at roughly the same level. Turn it up. pull these tabs in. Now, make sure it clicks into that track. So it's nice and solid. Now the test is it going to close all the way? No. Alright. Okay, well it didn't work the first time with it down in this lower hole, so I moved it back up to the original hole. Let's see if it'll clear that. Alright, so we got this window in. Now we're going to try to close it. And I think it closed all the way. Let's put the other one in and see if it'll latch.